Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan. Thank you for following my channel. I'm going to continue with, again, Fear of the Dark and Live at Donington and some of the other materials that they released of that tour, So, for example, I have here the Fear of the Dark live single. This is one of the first things that I think the band released that was numbered. And it also comes with a small poster. This is with a poster from Live at Donington, and it has an image of Eddie as Steve Harris. But yeah, it's a very nice, very great, really well made poster. Oops. From that same tour, there's the Live at Donington vinyl. Okay, this is the American edition. It's very simplistic, It's just basically the vinyl, One thing that I heard about this, especially this concert, because they took a long time to actually even release it and everything else, and then they released it like this without Eddie. It's, I think, the only official cover of the band that did not include Eddie. And I think one of the things that I heard, the reason why it was released like this, it's basically because there was an accident during that concert, and I know that two kids who were attending the concert were trampled to death during the event, and the band had very mixed feelings about actually even releasing this material. I think that simply because of contractual reasons they were forced to release it. I also have the American edition on CD of that concert, this is kind of like a promo that they did for stores. This is not even official issue. This is something that was distributed to stores, and it was kind of difficult to get, Years later, they eventually released the Donington Live VHS, and this is the British edition. This is a PAL video, and I treasure this very much. One interesting thing about it is that here's the first participation of Adrian Smith playing with Jenny Gears and Dave Murray on stage. They played, I think, the Trooper. Maybe somebody could correct me, but I think it was the Trooper that they played all of them together for the first time. A little preview of what was to come. During those years, they also released the From There to Eternity video collection. This is sort of like the second collection that they released of the video clips of the band. There's another video of the first 10 years, but this the quality of the video clips in this one is a lot better, and it includes all the videos of No Prayer for the Dying and Fear of the Dark. They also re-released in mini vinyl the same thing, the Live at Donington, and it's basically the same thing. It's just the sleeve, okay, with the, in this case, of course, it just includes 2 CDs, with a little bit more artwork, but basically it's just that, There are the videos that they made, of course, of Live at the Rainbow, and then the Live After Death, and eventually Made in England, which are coupled with the biography of the band, and they sort of halted there. They just released those 3, and we don't have anything, we don't have a reissue of Donington Live. We don't have a continuation of the biography of the band for those years. I would imagine that they would re-release that. There's also the Raising Hell concert that came out on Laserdisc and on DVD. which is great. It's a fantastic record. I don't have it with me here now, but those are great records. But they never re-released them. They never remastered anything. I don't know if they're planning to do that. It would be beautiful if they did. There's also the Real Dead One vinyl. This is just black vinyl. This is American edition. It's a fold-out sleeve, you know, and it comes with, of course, some of the more classic songs of the band, hence the title Real Dead One. And yeah, this is a great thing. This is just one record, and they released this in 2 records. You know, many bands began to do things like that in the 90s. You know, I don't know. Is it good? Is it bad? I'm not judging. I'm not saying anything. That's just the way they did it. You know. And there's the Real Live One, which is basically the same format as the Real Dead One, with some of the more recent songs from No Prayer for the Dying and Fear of the Dark and Seventh Son. You know, some of the newer songs of the band. This is a great, beautiful, also a record to have. Both of these are American editions. Then I have this picture disc. Which basically includes the Real Live One artwork and all the songs from the Real Live One. It's the only picture disc that I have of those 2 records. I like that very much. And there's also the single of Hallowed Be Thy Name that they released, which is basically from the Raising Hell concert. And it also includes The Trooper and Wasted Years. There are also the mini vinyl of Real Live One and Real Dead One. Really nice work that they did with this. There's no other versions that they have done on vinyl or any other reissue that they have done, but these are really, really nice. You know. I don't know. They have re-released Live After Death and Rock in Rio, and I don't know if they're gonna try to re-release any of these live records from the Fear of the Dark. And I don't understand. You know, they have like 4 different concerts. You know, they have Raising Hell, a Real Live One, a Real Dead One, Live at Donington. They have 4 live records of this album. Not that I'm complaining, but we don't have one. Not a single one from Somewhere in Time. It's just, there's something unfair about that, you know. But again, it is what it is, you know. Here I have the first issue of Real Dead One, American issue of that record, and you can see this nice little poster. And this is the first time that we have like this kind of family tree that they made of the history of the band, you know, reflecting all of the different changes, you know, that the band had gone through, and all the many other musicians and bands that had some impact in the history of the band. And yeah, here in the Real Live One, it basically includes the same thing, different color, but different colors and a little bit, but the same kind of idea, same photographs and everything. But yeah, this is really nice. And then there's the remastered edition that they did for the Eddie the Head box set, and this one is double, just like the other reissue, right? And what I mean is the reissue of the mini vinyl is basically the same recording. Again, both of them are CD-ROM packs, and then they have one CD with the Real Live One and Real Dead One all into one. They didn't re-release that in 2 separate CDs. And I guess it could make some sense. So. Well, that's it. That's it for now. Thank you so much for following my channel. In the following episode, I'm going to be talking about the X Factor and the absence of Bruce Dickinson in the band. And thank you. Leave a thumbs up, and I look forward to reading any of your comments.